I'd like to call to order the Township of North Huntington Board of Commissioners regular meeting for Wednesday, December 19th at 7 p.m. Roll call. Manager Silka.
Commissioner Harold.
Here.
Commissioner Bertani.
Here.
Commissioner Blasco.
Here.
Commissioner Martino.
Here.
Commissioner Bevan.
Here.
Commissioner Casera.
Here.
Commissioner Higas.
Here. Can everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and opening prayer by Reverend Terry Irwin from Northern Christian Church?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. God, thank you for this season. Thank you for the one who is the real reason for this season. Father, you have given us a child. A son has been born, and the Bible reminds us that the government is on his shoulders. So, Father, we thank you for what your son has allowed for us to govern in ways, Father, that are of compassion, of wisdom, Father, of the interest of others that reflect who your son is. And Father, I pray that for this leadership here, that as they continue to serve this community, that, Father, they would honor you in the way they go about that, especially with the citizens of the area. And Father, as we recognize what this season is all about, I pray, Father, that not only will we reflect in our lives the desire that you would have and how we conduct ourselves in business means, but Father, you would also guide us and help us to be more and more like your son. Father, help us to be good stewards, managers of the responsibilities that you've given to us in wisdom, with compassion and insight, Father, with a spirit of cooperation and unity. But Father, may we also be the greatest of stewards, with the greatest gift that we have in the presence of your son, Jesus, who we celebrate during this time of year. Father, thank you for the gift. Thank you for his coming, for his life, and for all that is ours through his death because of your great love for us. I ask your blessing upon this time and upon all who are involved in this meeting through the name of your son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
If any residents would like to speak tonight, you could please sign the book at the podium. Okay. Let the record reflect no residents have signed in to speak tonight. Approval of meetings minutes for the special meeting 11/14/18.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. For the regular meeting 11/21/18.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Payment of bills.
I make a motion to pay voucher number 77401 through voucher number 77517.
Second.
Any board discussion? All in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Staff reports, Public Works report, Mr. Albert. Anything to add to your report?
Just one thing, Mr. President. I'd just like to wish everybody a happy, healthy holiday season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Back at you and your men too.
Thank you.
Anything else from Mr. Albert?
Sure.
Thank you. Moving on, Park and Recreations report, Mr. Miller. Anything to add to your report?
Nothing, Mr. President. I'll just echo the comments of my colleague here, Mr. Albert, and wish everyone a happy and healthy Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, moving on, police report, Chief Rizzo.
I do have a couple of items. One in the book was a Walmart donation. I'd like to thank Walmart. They donated a Samsung Galaxy tablet to our department, which we're actually currently now looking for some apps and some software. Our specialties are going to start using that in the very near future. So thank Walmart for that donation. Also, staying on the Walmart theme, today we participated in the annual Shop with a Cop at Walmart. It was a huge success. A number of departments locally showed up along with the state police, more than enough families, and it was a really good event. And also on Sunday, I had the opportunity to go up to Monroeville Mall and participate in the Stuff a Store event. And I brought back a number of gifts from that event, which we are currently now looking for homes locally. We're working with the Norman School District and the middle school and intermediate school principals. We've identified several families already, and we're going to be getting those gifts out to them by the end of the week. So that's what we were on doing this week.
Good job, Chief.
So Merry Christmas to
All right.
everybody.
Thanks, Chief. Anything else for the chief? All right. Now, emergency management report. I don't believe Gene Commodore is here. Anything to get back to Gene or questions on the report? All right. Plan and engineering topics, Mr. Blanco. Fire officials report. Any questions on the fire officials report? Okay, subdivision and land development, Mr. Blanco.
There are 5 resolutions before you tonight. The first one is S-23, 2018, the CCAT plan.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next item is subdivision 24 of 2018, the Gigliotti Mohan plan, which is a boundary line revision.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next item is subdivision 25 of 2018, the Mance plan, which will create 1 new lot fronting on Clay Pike.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next item is site plan 15 of 2018, the wholesale fireworks site plan. And you will recall that last week at the work session, there was a request to see if they could do something to improve the appearance of the building on the outside. Today I received what you have in front of you. The 2 pictures on the left are what was proposed previously. The 2 on the right is what they are proposing now. I believe I'm correct in summarizing that the change is that the awning will wrap around the entire end of the building rather than just over the entranceway. And the foundation, instead of being split-face block, will be cut stone facade. And the applicant is here if you have any questions you'd like to ask.
Board have any questions?
I'd just like to state that I do appreciate the revised rendition. I think this is going to be a much better fit for the township. I never want to deter businesses from coming into the township, but I think your initial design, perhaps it would actually bring down the township's character, but the new aesthetics on this look very nice, and I gotta support that for the township.
Yes, it does look better.
Thanks. Any other board comments?
Any motion to approve?
Second.
Second.
All in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
And the last item is a resolution on S11 2018, Tuscan Hills Phases 3 and 4 to reallocate the lots into the 2 phases, to cap it at 25 lots in Phase 3.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Blanco. Moving on to the solicitor's report, Mr. Alexander.
Thank you, Mr. President. There's a number of action items on the solicitor's report this month. The first is an action to adopt proposed ordinance number 7 of 2018 for the Township of North Huntington, County of Westmoreland, affixing various tax rates for the year 2019.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Action to adopt proposed ordinance number 8 of 2018 for the Township of North Huntington, Westmoreland County, authorizing the execution of the Alcoasand Service Agreement amendment, including an updated Alcoasand Service Area map.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
The third item is an action to adopt proposed ordinance number 9 of 2018 for the Township of North Huntington, Westmoreland County, accepting the dedication to public use certain roads known as Gina Drive, Kelsey Court, and the Villas of Buena Vista Plan.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
The final action item is an action to adopt proposed ordinance number 10 of 2018 for the Township of North Huntington, Westmoreland County, adopting the 2019 budget and providing provisions for amending the 2019 budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
And that concludes the solicitor's report. I just also want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the board and all the residents and administration.
Thank you. Moving on, Township Manager's Report, Mr. Silka.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. The first is action to approve the November check register.
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
The November 2018 budget report is provided for your review. The next is looking for action to remove from table an action approving a resolution with Officers Hamilton and Wardman at docket 3188 of 2017.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
The next item is action to approve a resolution with Officers Hamilton and Wardman at docket 3188 of 2017 for a total of $86,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, I would like to amend that motion, please. I would like the motion to read, action to approve a resolution with Officers Hamilton and Wardman at docket 3188 of 2017 for a total of $86,000. I want to amend it to read Wardman, $42,000, Hamilton, $17,500, and Susan E. Mayhood Esquire, $25,800, less the required withholdings and pension contributions.
Just before any action, there is one typo. Wardman would be $42,700.
Okay. 42,700 then.
There's a motion on the floor right now.
I revised my motion for what Commissioner Bevin had to say.
I'll revise my second.
So Fran, if you don't mind, would you want to read that one more time? So if Tony or another board member would like to make that motion to approve.
Okay, action to approve a resolution with Officers Hamilton and Wardman at docket 3188 of 2017 for a total of $86,000.
Correct.
Amended to read Officer Wardman, $42,700. Officer Hamilton, $17,500. Susan E. Mayhood, Esquire, $25,800. Less required withholding and pension contribution.
Commissioner Martina, do you want to make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
A second.
All right, any other further board discussion?
Yeah, I got a statement I want to make. Some want to make this a discrimination case against our officers who served in the military. I'm sure everyone here would agree with me that these officers go above and beyond to protect our country and freedom. For this, I would like to thank them for their service. However, my interpretation, it is not a discrimination case. It is a contract and payroll issue that involves interpretation of a benefit given to them back in 2008. At that time, it was on the job, I was on the job, and thought it was great that the township, besides the 15 days required by law that they received, would help make up the difference with their families, would not suffer any loss from their service. The township, although not required by law, would make up any difference or loss in pay between the officer's military pay and his or her township pay. In the agreement in question, it states, or it's in question in the court hearing, it states, the township is obligated to grant military leave with pay to the employees for absences not to exceed 15 days per year. Additionally, any employee called up for active duty shall be entitled up to 400 days of paid leave while on active duty. That is only one part of the agreement. In the agreement, it may be interpreted as an additional 400 days pay, as with the 15 days required by law at the time. However, the whole agreement then goes on to state under the employee's responsibilities. The township shall pay the difference between the employee's military pay and his or her normal township-based pay. And then it goes on to state how that goes about through payroll and everything. Not that they collect full pay from both, as they have filed suit for. I believe the officers have been made whole and the township and the taxpayers have met their responsibility prior to the filing of this suit. Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne. Any other further board comments? Dwayne, you kind of stole some of my thunder, but you did a very good job. I agree. The township has gone beyond the call of duty, just how you officers have. By law, we did the 15 days, and beyond that, followed the township policy as making these officers whole, making up the pay difference between their military pay. So they had no pay adjustment, so they were full for their active duty pay and their military pay from what the township would pay them. So they did not lose any money while on duty. So I think that's a great thing that the township enacted. That was back before I was a board member. This policy was going back to 2008 that it was written. I would agree that the policy probably could have been written better at the time, but through our legal counsel interpretation and opinion, the township did everything proper and up to code. That's why I cannot support basically paying officers double beyond what we actually said in policy. Just like Dwayne said, I don't think any resident could be more thankful for your guys' service, and I appreciate that. But to pay beyond our policy states, I cannot agree to that. So if there's no further board comments, we have a motion, a second on the floor.
I'll chime in one second, Zach. My issue with the legislation that was, or the ordinance that was, sorry, policy that was put in place, as Zach had mentioned, was based on a previous board and under a previous township manager. I think there's some, obviously, controversy in the language that was used within that policy, and unfortunately, I think the error lies on the township's behalf. So in one section, as Dwayne said, it states that there's the employees and then the employer's responsibilities, and we contradict one another in that language. And not looking at interpretation, but looking at a matter of fact. I mean, I know we all have our interpretations of what we believe the policy was meant to do, or what the intentions of the officers are, or the township are. But as a matter of fact, in the way the document is written, I find the township to be at fault in this situation. And that's my personal beliefs.
Well, I don't agree with you. I think the intent of the policy was very clear, and I would have preferred that this go to litigation and let a judge decide.
My only belief is that intent can kind of be persuaded at one's opinion. The facts of this, the ordinance are kind of just in words. So, and I'm not here to debate what the intents are. I believe in my heart I know what they were, but the facts are how the policy is written.
I have to agree with Brian on that one. I don't think you can, by reading it, you can't decipher what the intent was. I understand what the intent was, but it wasn't spelled out properly in the verbiage on there. Additionally, going to trial with this, I think it's going to cost the township a hell of a lot more money, because while it may not be discrimination, there most definitely was USERRA violations down there. Multiple USERRA violations, which I will not get into because we beat this up I don't know how many times over the past years. But I don't think that's the road we want to go down, because I think the township's definitely going to lose when it comes down to the USERRA violations that were going on downstairs. Whether you want to acknowledge that or turn a blind eye to it like some have. So that's my opinion.
Well, it's obvious the insurance company felt that this was on everybody's best interest that we settle with them gentlemen, and I believe that they deserve every penny they get. And I agree with Darrell, if we would go to court, they would get the full benefit of the suit.
Commissioner Howell, just to clarify, there's no insurance coverage on this claim. This is a township claim.
Sorry, okay. Either way, they deserve it.
I think the residents need to know, as already stated, is that potentially we can either win this whole case as a township or lose the entire case. So it was, I believe, what, 180,000 total?
Yeah.
Double.
More what?
So there's kind of a risk reward with that. And again, we all have our own interpretations of this, but I'm just looking at a matter of the fact of how the policy was written. And one of those situations where grammar counts.
I mean, all the board has a chance to speak, I guess if everyone had their chance, like I already stated, from our legal counsel and from their expertise on it, the township did everything that they were proper and just to and followed their policies, state and federal law. And we've been beyond the call of duty to make these officers whole, but yet I guess it wasn't enough for them, so they're asking for more. Like I said, from our legal counsel, we had a good argument, so that's why I will not be voting in favor of this. So we have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor by voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye.
No.
Roll call, Manager Silka.
Commissioner Harold,
Yes.
Commissioner Bertani.
Yes.
Commissioner Blasco.
Yes.
Commissioner Martino.
Yes.
Commissioner Bevan.
No.
Commissioner Casera.
No.
Commissioner Higas.
No. Motion passes 4-3.
Okay, continuing on. I'm looking for action to approve the 2019 salary scale resolution.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next is action to approve the 2019 salary and wage resolution.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next, action to authorize the township manager to update the master payroll file accordingly for the collective bargaining agreements for 2019.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next is action to accept the deed for dedication for the detention pond and parcel of ground in North Huntington Township, Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, and designated at Parcel A in the subdivision plan designated as the Villas of Buena Vista, as recorded in the Office of Recorder of Deeds, Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, as instrument 2014-121-200-40411.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next is looking for action to approve change order for $12,500 for the Colt Drive culvert replacement as recommended by the senior project engineer for unforeseen conditions related to utility line relocation work.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next is action to approve a resolution appointing Somerset Trust Company as a depository for all township funds.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Next is an action to appoint Andrea Sullivan to a 6-year term on the Civil Service Commission effective January 1st, 2019
through December 31st, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor by state and I.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
I do have one item that came in after the agenda was posted, and I'm going to be looking for a motion to place on the agenda the ability to award a contract for $10,000 to Shade Excavating for emergency demolition of an unsafe structure at 4361 Irwin Street.
Motion to add this item to the agenda.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor by state and I.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. It's added to the agenda.
I'm looking for action to award a demolition contract to Shade Excavating for $10,000 for emergency demolition of an unsafe structure at 4361 Irwin Street.
Right before, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask if any residents would like to speak on this. Since we did add it to the agenda, you can come up to the podium now and speak. Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing no residents that be interested in speaking on this topic. If Commissioner would like to make a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor by state and I.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
I would just like to take an opportunity to thank the Board of Commissioners for the year that I've spent with you and having faith in me to continue. It's been a positive ride. I appreciate the opportunity and to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Thank you.
You as well.
Okay, any further board comments?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody and wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Also.
All right. I guess everyone on the board echoes those statements. Instead of us going down the line, thank you and happy holidays.
And one other thing,
Yeah.
I'd just like to thank our military people for what they do for us each and every day, put their lives on the line. We just lost a couple people in export and over there in Beaver County, so pray for their families and we pray for all them men, and we thank them for what they do.
Any other further board comments? Announcements?
Okay, I have two announcements. One is that the North Huntington Parks and Recreation is sponsoring a Boots and Bling father-daughter dance on Saturday, February 16th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Stratago's Banquet Center. Tickets can be purchased only at the Townhouse on Saturday, January 12th, 2019, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And just to echo what I brought up at the special meeting, the AARP tax service this year will no longer be at the Townhouse. It'll be at the Norwood Community Resource Center in Circleville, behind the Shirley Funeral Home, and it will be by appointment only. You can look to the press and to some of our social medias for the actual ways to make your appointments, and that's all.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor by state and I.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Meeting adjourned.